I think that's something that's kind of been maybe dampened or seen as kind of idealistic, right? To be optimistic, you know. I don't know how many times people have said to me, "Oh, you're really optimistic, Natalie. I'm just more of a realist," right? And and while people admire optimism and are drawn to optimism, and there is a pull around, people that are optimistic. You want to feel like they feel, you want to think like they think, and you want to, yeah, I guess, see the world through their eyes, right? Because it's more attractive than the pessimism. But I think what stops a lot of people adopting that view is this belief that it's not real life, that life couldn't be that sunshine and rainbows, right? So there's this belief that reality cannot be that. And then by default, because you have that belief that reality cannot be that, it will not be that. So this is the thing. The only thing that stops you from that being your reality is your belief that it cannot be your reality. And again, I think with more introspection and, I guess, awareness that of how that belief is showing up in basically every facet of that person's life, has got to be a good thing. Because when it's not conscious to so many people. They just think, well, I'm being realistic, you're being optimistic. I'm a realist, you're an optimist, right? But actually, optimism is my reality, right? and I think, and I'm not saying I'm perfect and bad things don't happen or I don't see, but it's a lens in which we choose to see the world through. It's a choice. Optimism is a choice. And I think more people would choose optimism if they were firstly aware that they were looking at the world through a pessimistic lens. So I think the first step has to be awareness of your current glasses. And then it's choice. It's taking ownership about, if there's only two choices, you can look at the world through a pessimistic lens or an optimistic one. If there's only ever two choices, what are you going to choose? Right? Like, what are you going to choose? And I think when we choose to be optimistic, we choose to follow the flow of life's river, we choose to trust in the timing, we choose to believe that these skills, experiences, synchronicities are leading us somewhere. Our life becomes joyous because we have a deep faith that our choices are leading us to ultimately the destination and where we're meant to go.
And once there's a real understanding of the feedback loop, a very intelligent pessimist will turn off the pessimism because it leads to bad things happening. It's self-fulfilling prophecy. Once the person groks that, sometimes they understand it, but then it's fleeting and they forget it. But when they really get it deep down, then they stop doing it to themselves because they're creating a negative, harsh reality for themselves by essentially insisting upon it.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
when they realize they're doing that, even though they may not move all the way all over to being optimistic in every cell of their being, they're just being pragmatists. They're avoiding projecting pessimism into the world because they know it's hurting themselves.
Mm-hmm.